It has been easy to get better today. The price of Shiba Inu went up a little. Experts are dropping their signals. Both the Federal Reserve and Donald Trump dropped huge bombshells. Numerous people are thrilled. Nearly 100 billion is a lot of money. The Shiba Inu is about to change because of Satoshi Kusama. What is going on? It doesn't make sense at all. So what am I talking about? Alright, let me explain. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. A nice day for Shiba Inu. Yesterday, its price dropped, but today it quickly rose again, gaining about 8%. Even though it doesn't look like much at first, it's a nice change after the recent drops. Finally, we were able to get back some of the money we lost. Here's the catch though. At the same time that prices are going up, Shiba Inu burns have gone up. Because of the hard work of the community, millions of coins were sent direct to dead wallets in just 24 hours. It's not normal for this burn system to work this way. There is an attempt by the community to reduce the supply and make it scarce, which could help the price go up in the long run. Shiba Inu owners know what to do. It's harder to ignore the chance of a bigger price recovery as more coins are burned. This plan keeps the hope alive, particularly on days like today when the marketplace finally does something good. But you may be wondering, why is this taking place? Why is this little return happening? Yes, Bitcoin appears to be moving in the same way if we look around. It went down a little yesterday, but it's now going back up and back above the 120,000 level. Why is all of this happening? The Federal Reserve and the Trump government seem to have just dropped a huge shock, and the market loves it. When the Federal Reserve stays strong and doesn't budge on rate cuts, the market often becomes unstable. But coins aren't scared this time. Some analysts even think this could be an excellent sign. The biggest digital currency bull runs have occurred in the past when Bitcoin started moving on its own, separate from standard stocks. Fed Chair Jerome Powell made it obvious that they still don't like how high inflation is. Even though they want to hit that 2% goal, they don't have to do so before changing rates. So far, traders think that there won't be any big rate cuts until at least the middle of the year. This is where things get interesting, though. Powell also said banks can work with digital currency companies as long as they do a good job of managing threats. A lot of people heard that comment, which gave the marketplace an extra push. Besides that, the SEC recently changed its mind about a rule that would have made it tougher for banks to keep crypto assets. Now that that obstacle is behind us, things are getting really exciting. Bitcoin is the one that started it all. Shiba Inu and the rest of the marketplace move along with Bitcoin. Since Shiba Inu is already getting better today and coin burns have gone up a lot, this could be the beginning of something bigger. Shiba Inu may have even more room to develop if Bitcoin keeps going up. Things are getting much more interesting now that the market is changing. And now for the really cool part. It looks like other nations are starting to take the same stance on crypto now that the US has made so many moves recently and Donald Trump has been so open about his support. Some big news from the Czech National Bank could make things even more unstable. The Czech National Bank wants to add Bitcoin to its funds and could be the initial central bank in Europe to do so. Bitcoin could make up a big part of the country's total holdings if this proposal goes through. This has been made clear by the bank's head. He thinks that Bitcoin is a good way to spread out his investments. This is very important because up until now, central banks have mostly kept their money in better investments like gold. Before, crypto was thought to be too risky. Now, this way of thinking is beginning to change. This could already cause problems with the European Central Bank, according to analysts. This is because Czech hasn't accepted the euro yet. In the bigger picture, though, this means that increasingly more countries see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as real things that should be taken seriously, not just in Europe either. Many countries around the world are looking for options to the dollar, especially in places where it has been used as a political tool. Russian officials are also working on creating their own digital cash system. Now tell me why this is such a significant issue. Okay, so crypto use around the world isn't just limited to Bitcoin. It makes the market work for everything, especially symbols like Shiba Inu that have real-world uses. As more countries and organizations see how valuable crypto is, more chances come up for initiatives that aren't just about crypto. This is where things get crazy. Keep in mind how Shiba just recently said he was leaving his old job to focus on spreading Shiba around the world. It looks like that timing is really cool. As we said in the last film, he's been giving hints about a huge event coming up. He has even said that this might be the most important thing he has ever said. As things stand, the US is changing its mind about cryptocurrencies, and other countries are following suit. Bitcoin is also making big moves, which makes you wonder, could Shiba Inu become globally popular? Could it lead to states starting to use it in their own money systems? Could one day there be Shiba Inu stocks or funds? Even though that might not occur right now, all of this is definitely making people very excited. Things are changing, the marketplace is shifting, and the options feel more actual than ever since Satoshi's decision. Certainty, this is only the start, and there's lots more to come. And that would have a huge effect on the price of Shiba Inu if it ever happened. A lot of crazy ideas are already being thrown around. Some people say it could go up to $1 or even $5 or $10. There was also one tweet that got a lot of attention. Someone said plainly that Shiba Inu will get to $100 billion in market value. Now, is that really possible? Of course, that's the question. The price of Shiba Inu is already going up again, burns are getting worse, and the use of cryptocurrencies around the world is growing. It will completely change the game if big organizations and even nations start to recognize and use crypto like Shiba Inu. This has happened before. A thing's value goes up when people trust it more. It's hard not to think what's next, since Satoshi Kusama has been hinting at the biggest news of his career. Could it be a big project together? A worldwide push? Someone or something that changes the Shiba Inu's place in the market completely? Sure, no one thinks for sure, but one aspect is clear. All the talk is true, and people are getting more and more excited. But this is where things really get interesting. Some of these big claims about Shiba Inu are backed up by experts. They think it's possible for Shiba Inu to reach those huge price goals. It's actually pretty easy for them to make it happen. The environment is very important for Shiba Inu to meet its lofty goals, like going 1,000 times higher in price. Shiba Inu's team needs to take a few important steps to make it possible. Experts say that if Shiba Inu hits a price goal that is 1,000 times greater than where it is now, the price will go through the roof. This would raise its market value into the hundreds of billions of dollars, which is a huge amount but still possible, especially if it had support from experts. Crypto Sheriff and other market watchers have even said that Shiba Inu could reach those prices if its market trend breaks out in the right way. Luxide is another expert who thinks that things like more whale action and less attention from regular people could lead to a big rise that brings Shiba Inu nearer to its goals. But here's what really changes things. Reaching the dream goal of 1 cent, for Shiba Inu to get there, it would need to grow by almost 50,000%. The company's market value would reach trillions of dollars. Even though it seems almost impossible, some people in the community involving Shiba Inu's personal marketing lead believe it could happen one day. Which part is the most exciting? Maybe it's not too far away, particularly if Shiba Inu's crew keeps working on its current projects and grows its environment. Now, lowering the number of Shiba Inu on the market is the only way for these price dreams to come true. The value can go up as more tokens are burned. Shiba Inu has started some burn programs, but the community would have to step them up a notch to really cut down on the huge amount that's out there. As a result, Shiba Inu's personal Layer 2 blockchain is vital. To get the most out of Shiba Inu's environment, a lot of people need to use Shibarium. Shiba Inu could get a lot more people and be much more useful if its ecosystem projects are finished. As more people use it, there is more demand, which drives up the price. Even though some of these initiatives are still being worked on or tested, when they are finished, it could be a big turning point for Shiba Inu. So it won't be easy to reach these price goals, but it's also not impossible. Who knows what will happen with the current trend, which includes the recent price rise and rising optimism. We could get to those ideal prices a lot faster than we think. What do you think about this, though? Write a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.